Assalamu alaikum, guys. So up now we have Brother Abdul Hamid Amran. He is currently pursuing his graduate studies in nonprofit management at Roosevelt University in Chicago, and he works at Zakat Foundation of America as an outreach coordinator, and he's going to give a talk of what we could do to help our brothers and sisters suffering in Rohingya, inshallah. Suffering in Burma, inshallah. So with nothing further ado, Abdul Hamid.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, I'm not going to do more than 3 times. There's more of you here. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulullah. You guys can see the screen all right? Okay, so you're going to be paying attention to me and the screen and nothing else. Inshallah, right? First things first, what's the age range here? What am I looking, how old are you guys here? Say your ages. I'm 24. How old are you? 15? Who's the youngest person here? How old are you? 12? Who's the oldest person here? Well, other than from you guys, who's the oldest person here? 17? Okay, 12 to 17? Okay, cool. So, who can read to me what's on the screen? You guys all 12 to 17. I hope you can read that screen. Who can read that? Of the Rohingya. Have you guys heard that term before, that name before, Rohingya? No? Okay, we're going to talk about it. But who can tell me, what does the word plight mean? Does anybody have an idea what the word plight means? Struggle? Okay, struggle. That's a good word for it. Anybody else? Loose definition? Okay, so plight, another word for plight can be like struggle or problem or crisis. Okay, so we can say the problem of the Rohingya or the crisis of the Rohingya. Okay, so the term Rohingya we'll talk about, we'll define that. Okay, but I just want you to know what we're going to be talking about today is a problem, a crisis, a serious crisis. And I just want to kind of give everybody here like a little bit of a warning. This presentation will make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, okay? Because we're talking about people who are suffering. And if the brothers who are coming in, if you guys can sit up here in the first few rows in the middle. But you guys keep your attention up here. Good, okay? So we're going to be talking about some very serious struggles. But mashallah, I think you guys are all mature enough to hear that. Because after we talk about the struggles, we're going to talk about how we can help. Sound good? Okay, bismillah. Okay. What is genocide? Yes, sir. Extermination of a race. Okay. You, yes, second row. You. Okay. And okay, good. Those are all correct. What we have in the definition, in the presentation here, is the deliberate killing of a large group of people, especially those of a particular ethnic group or nation. Okay, so what you all said is basically what this presentation is saying. So it's the mass killing of one kind of people. Okay, for the purposes of this presentation, it's of the Rohingya people. Okay, and again, we're going to define the term Rohingya, but I'm going to keep saying it, so I want you to know what I'm saying as we go along. So again, this presentation is not really meant to make you feel comfortable. It's meant to make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. This image is actually bodies washed up on a shore. These are Rohingya people who fled from Myanmar, formerly known as Burma. They went to Bangladesh, and this is them. Basically, these people drowned in the sea and they washed up on shore, and that's one example of what genocide looks like. Okay. So, who's heard of Myanmar? Raise your hand. Who's heard of Burma? Raise your hand. Okay. Myanmar and Burma, are they two different places? No, they're the same place. Why do they have two different names? Yes. Okay. Okay, so they used to be called Burma, now they're called Myanmar. The country itself is called Myanmar. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Now you see this red line here? Okay, I'm going to point to it. Inside this red line right here. You see that? That's called the Rakhine State. Okay, so that's where a lot of our talk is going to be focused on, in the Rakhine State. That is where the Rohingya people live in Myanmar. So for example, we all live, let's say for example, in Chicagoland, or in Chicago, in Illinois. See, they live in Rakhine, in Myanmar. Sound good? So let's go in. Okay. Thousands of men, women, and children have been beaten, stabbed, shot, beheaded, and burned alive by Myanmar's military. More than 50% of the women, including teenage girls, have been raped. So this is just some of what the people are suffering with. A lot of violence and a lot of inhumane treatment. Okay. So the following footage is actually sent to us. Nothing that's going to be shown to you is going to be graphic. There's no blood, there's no killing. Don't worry about anything like that. I wouldn't show you anything like that. So this is a guy who basically escaped from the army, and he's in Bangladesh. And I'm going to let you watch the video, but on the side is what he's saying in the video. He's saying it obviously in a different language, but that's what he's saying. So he's basically saying he escaped from the village. How did you escape? I ran from the army. The soldiers shot at me. They killed his mother. And then there's a baby in the video you'll see, and he actually doesn't know who the baby is because the baby was fleeing as well, and he just kind of took the baby with him. So how do I get the mouse right here? Okay. I had sound earlier. Where'd it go? It's muted. It was working though earlier. Oh, you don't know, that's right. Okay. Never mind. Okay. So there's no sound for the video, but this video has been sent to us, again, like I said, and what he's saying in the video is what's on the screen. So if you guys just want to take a minute to read that. Okay. Let's go next. So, afraid for their lives, there's also 200,000 Rohingya people who are estimated to be hiding in the jungles of Myanmar. Okay? So some people haven't actually escaped, they're just still in the jungles. Okay? Let's take a look at what that looks like. So before I play the video, if you guys can just read what's on the screen. This is a father who's talking to his family and his kids. Okay, let's see the video. If you're coming in now, if you could just come to the middle. Everyone keep your attention up here. If you could just come to the middle and sit up front. So again, you're seeing families, right? Babies and parents who are in the jungle. Okay, let's go next. Okay, also over 200 villages, Rohingya villages in the Rakhine State have been set on fire. So the map here and every red dot kind of shows each village that's been set on fire. Okay, so this is a before and after shot. So you see May 23rd, 2017. That's a satellite image, you know, they take from the sky, right? Of this village here on May 23rd. And then on September 16th, this is what the same village looks like. So just a few months later, after it's basically been set on fire. You see how it went from green to like a whitish gray, the homes? Okay. This is another video, but the video, they're playing kind of slow, of basically a masjid and some houses and just some of the village being set on fire. Okay. Okay. So in total, just since August, so what month are we in now? What month are we in now? Everybody's awake, right? Okay. So just about 4 months removed. So in the last 4 months, over 600,000 people, Rohingya Muslims, have fled from Myanmar, fleeing genocide and ethnic cleansing by land and by sea, and they have gone to Bangladesh. Okay, just in the last 4 months. So remember, some people are actually leaving by sea. This is like a family literally leaving in water on their feet. Okay. This is just more footage of people leaving in the jungles, trying to escape. Okay. So we can talk about individuals. This also affects individual people. So this lady here is named Feroza. She's 18 years old. She's one of 10 siblings. She's lived in Myanmar her whole life. But since in the recent outbreak of violence that we talked about right in August, her home was burned down to the ground, and her father was badly beaten, and her brother was taken. So the rest of her family had no choice but to leave. Okay, she walked for 3 days with her siblings, and she now arrived at the refugee camp in Bangladesh, which is where some of our Zakah Foundation people have found her and are helping her and her family now in Bangladesh. Okay. This is Fatima. She's 40. She was found crying alone by herself, and basically her home was destroyed. She lost a lot of members of her family. Some people she lost right in front of her. And she had a full family, but when she arrived in Bangladesh, she actually arrived alone. Everybody was either died, was killed, or just got separated on their way to Bangladesh. And this is the last one we're going to talk about individually. This is Muhammad. He's 35. And in his village, a lot of the people were killed in his own village. His brother was killed. So then now he has to take care of his own children. He says he has 2 kids, and then he has to also take care of his brother's kids, and his brother's wife, and his mother. So now he has a big family to take care of, and it took him 11 days to reach Bangladesh. So for 11 days they were walking. No breaks, no food, no water, no shelter, nothing. 11 days of a straight journey to safety. Okay. So who are the Rohingya? Let's talk about that. Okay. So the Rohingya, as you can tell, does this sound... okay, so the Rohingya are said to be the most persecuted people on earth. So of all the people in the world who are oppressed and who are suffering, it's said that the Rohingya have it the worst. Okay? They lived in Myanmar for centuries, but basically the government does not recognize them as citizens of that place, so they basically are not given a home anywhere. Okay? For the people who are coming in, if you could just come sit in the middle and come towards the front. Everybody's attention's up here though, right? Okay. So that's who the Rohingya are. Where are the Rohingya from? Where? You guys are tired from the service event, huh? Okay. Where are the Rohingya from? Okay, and what about them? Tell me something about them. They're the most what? They're the most persecuted people. Okay, and where have they fled to? Most of them? Where? Bangladesh. How many have fled? Over 600,000. Okay, you guys are listening. Good. MashaAllah. Okay. So this is again, like we said, because of discrimination by the government, they lived in apartheid-like conditions, which is basically where they're separated from the rest of society, and they don't have citizenship. They're denied access to marriage, education, and other basic human rights. Okay. Since the 1970s, so again, this is centuries old, or sorry, this is actually centuries old, but in the last decades, they started fleeing from Myanmar, and over 1 million people in the last, 4 decades have fled, and now we're going to talk about where they have fled to. Okay, so remember we said Myanmar is this little country here, right? Okay, so now let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, which part of the world are we looking at? Asia, okay. We're looking at Asia and a slight tip of the Horn of Africa, okay. So since September 25th, we have 120,000 people in the Rakhine state who have basically been kicked out of their homes but haven't been able to leave from Myanmar. And we have 200,000 people who have gone to Saudi Arabia. And we have 10,000 people who have gone to the Emirates, and 350,000 people who have gone to Pakistan, 40,000 people who have gone to India, 5,000 who have gone to Thailand, 150,000 in Malaysia, another 1,000 in Indonesia, and 900,000 in Bangladesh. So remember how we said 600,000 since August, right? But what did we say? Well, it's been going on since even before August. Say it loud. It's okay. Just say it loud. I want to hear you. People have been fleeing since the 1970s. And the persecution has been going on for a long time, right? So people have been leaving. So even though just in the last 4 months, 600,000 people left, we have over 900,000, and some people say close to 1 million who have gone to just Bangladesh alone. You know, not including all these other numbers. And these are big numbers, right? And it's kind of hard to imagine 10,000, 100,000, 300,000. But I just want you to understand that one person having to leave their home is a problem, right? If one person has to leave their land because of persecution, is that a problem to us? Yes? No? Yes, that's a problem. I'll tell you the answer. The answer is yes. And another 12,000 people have gone to the United States. Okay. So am I making anybody feel a little bit uncomfortable? You can be honest. Because I was uncomfortable making this presentation. You guys okay? Okay. If you are feeling a little uncomfortable, that's completely fine. I want to read this hadith. And let's look at the hadith. The Prophet ﷺ says, the believers in their affection, mercy, and compassion for one another are like one body. When one of the limbs feels any pain, the whole body feels sleepless and feverish. You guys have all heard this hadith before? Sound familiar? Okay. So let's say you have a really bad headache, like a migraine. You know, you hit your head on something and your head really hurts. And it was like right before you're about to go to sleep. Are you going to be able to sleep very easily? Because your head hurts, right? Does your whole body hurt? Just your head though, right? But because one part of your body hurts, your whole body suffers, right? Okay, if you have like a broken arm and you're sitting in a cast like this and you try to go to sleep, it's not that easy, right? Because one part of your body is suffering, the rest of your body suffers. The Prophet ﷺ says that the ummah, that all the Muslims in the world are like a body. When one part of the body hurts, the rest of the body suffers, and they feel the same pain. So the fact that you are feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling uncomfortable, is completely okay. That's actually a good thing, because you're living this hadith. Okay? Okay. Now let's talk about one more hadith. The Prophet ﷺ says, whoever sees an evil, so whoever sees something that's being done wrong, they should change it with their hand. So they should go and physically go and do something about it, right? Not something violent, but they should go and try to change it, right? They should be active. And if they are not able to do that, then they should do it with their tongue. So if they can't do something about it physically, they should say something about it, right? So if you can't stop somebody from bullying someone else at your school, right? Because if you see somebody being bullied, you should do what you can. You should try to stop that person. But if you can't stop them, you should at least say something, right? You should say something. Hey, stop doing that. That's wrong. Okay? And if the person is not able to do that, then they should hate it in their heart. They should hate that that thing is happening in their heart. And that is the weakest of faith. That's the lowest level. So 3 levels. What's number 1? You see something doing wrong, what you should do? You should go and do something about it. Stop doing that. Go stop them, right? Number 2, what's the second level? If I can't physically stop somebody, what should I do? I should say something. Hey, who do you think you are? Stop doing that. And the third thing, if I can't say anything, what should I do? I should feel it, I should hate it in my heart. I should not like that that thing is happening. I shouldn't be okay with it. I should not be okay that this is happening to another person. And that's the weakest of faith. Okay? So remember those 3 levels, okay? Because they're going to come back. Okay? They're going to come back. So now, what is the Zakah Foundation doing to help? Does anybody know the Zakah Foundation? Right? No? Raise your hand if you know the Zakah Foundation. Raise your hand if you know the Zakah Foundation. Raise your hand if you don't know the Zakah Foundation. Okay. Okay. That's fine. No, raise your hand. If you don't know us, I want to know who you are. It's okay. Don't be shy. Okay. So Zakah Foundation, how many of you here were here for the service event? Raise your hand. How many of you were here for the service event? Raise your hand. Okay. Put your hands down. Okay. So Zakah Foundation is a non-profit organization, and we help people all around the world. Okay? Locally in Chicago, in the United States, and then all across the world in over 40 countries and places like Myanmar and Bangladesh and many other countries, okay? So when we see something being done wrong, what does the Zakah Foundation do? Level 1, we go and help, okay? So what is the Zakah Foundation actually doing to help? Yo, why is it not going forward? Okay. Okay, so in Bangladesh, why Bangladesh? What's special about Bangladesh? What's that? Most of the Myanmar, the Rohingya refugees have gone to Bangladesh. Right? Okay, if you're just coming in, if you can please come to the middle and sit towards the front, please. Please. Okay. So what's special about Bangladesh? I forgot. What is it? That's where all the Rohingya refugees are? Yes? Yes, and it's closest to Myanmar, yes. Okay, so in Bangladesh, where all these people are suffering, we don't have audio, do we? That's not good. Let's see. Okay, we're not going to play this video. It's too long. Okay, so in Bangladesh, we're just going to go back so I can... We're doing a few things. Okay, let's say you lost your home. What's the first thing you need? Another home. Shelter, something over your head, right? Once you have that, then what do you need? You lost everything. What do you need? Food, your cell phone? You actually don't need your cell phone. Oh, okay. So what do you need? Food and water. What else do you need? Let's say you've been on this journey remember Muhammad was on that journey for 11 days, right? Right? And he's very tired. What does he need? What is it? No, I'm just thirsty. A camel? Okay, maybe for the journey. But after he makes the journey, what does he need? Sleep. Okay, I'm being kind of vague. He needs some medical treatment. Think about it. You've been 11 days, no food, no water. You're just traveling. You're going to need to see a doctor after that. So what Zakat Foundation is doing, we're providing food and water and hygiene kits and winter blankets and coats, and we're providing medical treatment. Wow. Oh no. 3 minutes. Okay. So can I do like the convention thing where I go over my time? No? No. Okay. Okay, I can't go over my time, and I don't like doing that. Okay. I'm going to sum it up. So we're giving them food, water, hygiene kits, blankets, winter coats, all these things that they need for the cold. And we're also providing medical treatment to them, okay? So they're seeing doctors and nurses so that they can be treated for what they're suffering from, okay? If you don't mind, we're going to skip through some of this. Okay. Skip. Actually, this one I want to show you. Okay, Eid. Who loves Eid? Raise your hand. I love Eid. If you don't love Eid, I love Eid. But you should love Eid. Raise your hand if you love Eid. Raise your hand if your hand's not raised. Okay, you all love Eid. And if you don't, you should learn to love it. Okay? So these kids in the picture here are actually from Myanmar, and they came to Chicago. Okay? They lost everything. They're back on their feet now as the Zakat Foundation is helping them. On Eid, we actually give them Eid toys. Look how happy she looks. So remember all the suffering you just heard about? What was level 1 when you hear something being done wrong? What was level 1? You do something about it. You give them a gift on Eid. And you make them smile like that. Okay? Okay. In the winter, it gets really cold, right? Can I go outside like this? I could, but it would be stupid, right? I get sick. Okay? So they need coats and hats and gloves and scarves. So we give them that for the winter. Okay? Also, when the school year starts, we give them backpacks with school supplies in them so they can use them in school. Okay? Okay. What was level 1? Say something? You should hate it? You should go and do something about it, right? You should physically change it. Okay. So, what can you do to help? Here's a few ideas. Okay. Look at these guys holding the cupcakes. They're pretty young, right? You would say they're pretty young? 10 years old, 12 years old, maybe your age? They're doing something about it. They're RCCI, yeah. Yeah, so there's the crowd right there. Okay, so they're holding a bake sale to raise money to provide food and shelter and winter kits, like the stuff that we're talking about, right? Okay, you can also have like a bubble ball tournament or a dodgeball tournament or a basketball tournament to raise money to give back to these causes. Okay, here's some people holding a fundraising dinner. And this is actually a barbecue outside for all the families. And then some people are just talking. They're telling people, here's what's happening. They're having tables like this, showing people, here's a problem, here's what we do about it. Okay? They inform people about what's going on. Okay? So what I want you to leave with today is the first thing. Who are the Rohingya? Who are the Rohingya? Okay. I need you to speak loud because I'm just going to assume that you're not saying anything. Raise your hand if you want to answer my question. Who are the Rohingya? Okay, you've answered my question already. So, okay, you, yes. Okay, one of the things about the Rohingya, they're the most persecuted people in the world. What's another thing about the Rohingya? Someone in the back. Someone new who came. If you don't raise your hand, I'm going to pick on you, so. You in the white hijab? Who are the Rohingya? You don't know? Who are the Rohingya? Who can tell me? Yes, sir. Okay, they're people from Myanmar and they became refugees. Okay? So refugee is a term, it's not something you're defined by. Okay? A refugee, it's something that happens to you. So they became refugees. Okay? So the Rohingya are people who are originally from Myanmar. They're the most persecuted people on earth, and now many of them have become refugees. And they have gone to many different places in the world. Okay? Next thing is, that's the first thing. Next thing is, it's okay to feel uncomfortable with this problem, actually you should feel uncomfortable with this problem. You should like that you didn't hear what you didn't like what I said today. You should like that you didn't hear you didn't like what you heard today. Okay? It should be that you are uncomfortable with what was being said here today. Okay? The third thing is, when you hear about stuff like that, what do you do? What do? You do something about it. Okay? So I'm going to be here for a little bit. I'm being kicked off the stage. I'm going to hang out here though. So if you guys want to talk about some ideas about how you can help, please come and see me. I'll be here. And thank you so much for your time and for your attention. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah khair, Abdul Hamid. Thank you so much. Can I have everyone please stay seating? We're actually going to get into our games that we have planned, inshallah. So, welcome to the Great Mass Youth Games. We're going to have Muhammad over here explain the first game that we're going to do. And again, we have Abdul Hamid over here too. So if anyone, but let's stay seated for the camera. You want to explain, Muhammad?
All right, everybody. You hear me clap once. You hear me clap twice. You hear me clap 3 times. Today is the final day of the MAS-ICNA Convention. We're all here for the 3rd Mass Youth Games. We have some interesting things today. So first, we're going to play a nice little, I guess you could say a little bit of a moving activity. And then next, after that, we're going to go back to our Kahoot. Because I know that was a big thing yesterday. So there's going to be 5 rounds. The first round's that moving activity. Then we're going to have 4 rounds of Kahoot. And just like yesterday, we're going to have Starbucks gift cards for winners. So inshallah, we're looking forward for everyone to be playing with us. So the first game is going to be called 5 colors. If you look to your sides, there's the green flag, the red flag, the blue flag, the yellow flag, and the purple flag on both sides. Okay?
Oh.
The way this game works is this.
Is there a videotaping? No.
Sorry for the camera, you know, they need my voice. All right. So, the way this game works is everyone is going to be taking a seat on either side, not in the middle, on either side, next to a flag.
Which one do you need? There you go.
Next to one of the flags. So you pick which row you want to be on, which team you want to be on. And then by random, which Kadeem's going to go grab now, we are going to pick out a color. So if you're sitting in the green, the red, the blue, the yellow, and purple, if I pick out the color red and you're sitting in that team, you're out. And you have to come sit in the middle. And then after that round's done, everyone has to switch. You can't stay in the same color. You got to switch, find another color, and then we're going to keep going by random until we get a winner that gets the gift card. So without further ado, everyone up. And go pick a color. Doesn't matter which side, just pick a color. If you just walked in, just remember you gotta play. We need everyone playing. This is gonna be fun, guys. Let's go.
Everyone can get up.
Yeah.
Pick your color.
Yeah, and be best if you keep your stuff with you if you have a backpack or so on. So we're gonna start giving it 10 seconds between each round. So I'm gonna start the clock now. 10 seconds. Pick a color. 10. 9.
Right after this game. Okay. But dude.
If anything, we might even. Actually, not because spending so much time with the Kahoot. I guess we can do one more game. Yeah. I don't know if she wants to Kahoot. All right. And the random team that is out first. And the way I want to explain this so that no one fights me. There's the green. If you're sitting on that flag, all the way to the next flag. So the first 3 rows, you are all green. The next 3 rows, you are all red. So if you're sitting by the red flag, you're a red team. You're not green team. So, you get it? So right now, everyone look, know which color you're on. No cheating.
And the color is
blue. So everyone right now, just so we stay seated. So everyone right now that's in the blue team, sit in the middle. You have to sit in the middle. Okay, just for this first round, we just want to make sure we get that right. Everyone see what's going on? All right, you have 10 seconds. Pick a new team. You have to pick a new team. Everyone up. Everyone up. Come on. It's not that hard. You're just moving chairs. If you're not going to play, please just sit in the middle then. Just so we don't get confused. You got to move. You got to move, guys.
stir the colors up here.
Can you guys sit in the middle if you're not playing, just so we don't get confused that you guys are still in?
You guys can sit back after the game's done. You want to play? All right, then pick a new color. Huh?
She wants to choose the color.
Yeah, you can choose a color.
Come up here and choose it.
Sure, we'll let you choose it. All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the color is blue. 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 Boo-hoo if you were in blue. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7. Everyone's got to keep going. You got to keep moving. Got to keep moving. You can't stay in the same spot. 3, 2, 1. And you are out if you are in team purple. 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 You guys are out. So sit in the middle if you're in purple. That means you guys. That means you guys. Sit in the middle. Sit in the middle rows. You guys are out. All right. 10 seconds. Go. Switch. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ready? What is it?
Red.
That's so dramatic.
It's so funny. Yeah, I gotta get up. Let's go. Switch. You're red if you're out. 10, 9, 8, 7. If you guys are just getting in, you guys can come take a seat in the middle here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blue. You are out if you are in blue. Okay, now to make this easier, everyone on this left side, go on this right side so we can see where you guys are at instead of keeping track of both sides. So 10 seconds, pick a color out all on this side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do this part differently. Give me a color and they are safe.
You know what? Here, let's do it. Whoa.
If you are in team, what? We're short on time or we have a lot of time? Yes, they're safe. That's taking it longer. We're gonna go color by color saying you're safe. No. I said you're safe if you're in this color. There's gonna still be one color out. I'm just making it more dramatic by saying you're safe if you're in this color. I'm sorry, we just had to explain that to our team. So if I say your color, you are safe. That means you're still in the game. It doesn't mean that. No. I'm gonna keep going until there's one more last color. I'm sorry, I didn't explain that correctly. So, for example, if you are in the green, you guys are safe. Stay right where you're at. Okay, Malik.
You right now. Wait.
Oh, you want to come pick a color?
You give me a number 1 through 4.
Oh, number 3.
Okay. So if you are.
You are safe if you are blue. You are safe if you are color red.
You right there. Left or right? No, you. Yeah. You want to look at back. Left or right? Pick.
Yeah. Right. Ahlul Yamin. You are safe if you are in color purple. So that means if you are in color yellow, you are out. So that means you guys are out. Oh, you guys are on purple. You guys are good. He was out. All right, pick a new color. Let's go. You can't stay in the same color. Keep moving. If you guys just got here, please come sit in the middle if you're not playing, because you guys are not playing this round. No. You gotta switch. You gotta switch. All right. You know what? I'm feeling really, I don't know, different. I want to do something different. So the way I'm going to do this round is this. Right now, if you are 14 years old, stand up. If you're 14 years old, stand up. Okay, 14-year-olds. If you have a brother, sit down. 14-year-olds, if you have a brother, sit down. You have a brother. If you have a brother, sit down. So the 14-year-olds, if you are wearing any of these colors, green, red, blue, yellow, or purple, stay standing. If you're not wearing one of these colors, sit down. It has to be very clear. Don't make it like, oh, I'm maroon, that's purple. No. Okay. No, that doesn't count. Sit down. What are you wearing? All right, he's got some red and green. And it has to be like waist up so I can see it. Like, I don't really care about your shoes. Sit down. You're wearing yellow, you're wearing red. What are you wearing? Green. No, that doesn't count. I'm sorry. What are you wearing? Purple, okay. What are you wearing? Purple. Green. Blues, okay. Now, sit down if this is your first time at MAS-ICNA. Sit down. All right, you guys have all come before. Sit down if your favorite subject is lunch.
We know it's all.
You guys are all lying, I know it. All right. Sit down. We don't got time for stand up. Sit down if you have a pet. If you have a cat, a dog, a fish, an insect, a lizard, a snake. Man, y'all are real boring. I mean, really cool people. Sit down if this is the first time you came to this room. Oh, we got one, we got two. This convention. First time you came to this room, this convention. You guys have been here, all right. So we got 3 left. Now we got green, blue, and yellow. So between you 3, sit down if you watch Netflix. You guys are lying. He doesn't want, you guys do not watch Netflix? You've never watched Netflix? Come on. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I don't know if I should be happy that you're not, or if I should be sad that you don't have a good childhood. All right, so we got 2 standing.
2 standing left.
The way this is gonna work, because I'm running out of questions, is if you are on the green or yellow team, you're out. So greens, you guys are all out, and yellow, you guys are all out. Sit down in the middle. Greens and yellows, you're out. Because they're both standing, they have that color wearing. You know, it was random, I don't know. Sit down. Great job, guys. All right, who's left? Who's left in? Raise your hand.
Raise your hand if you're just inside here.
Okay.
New color. New color, new color, new color.
Choose a new color. Let's go. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right, now with everyone in the audience who is 13, please stand up. We got some 13-year-olds? Okay. All right, if you are 13, shh, I need y'all to hear this. If you are 13 and you wear glasses, stand up. Stay standing. Stay standing. Sit down if you do not have glasses, if you're not wearing glasses. All right, great. So we got 2 people. There are 13 wearing glasses. You guys are not wearing glasses. Right now. I mean, wearing them right now. Contacts are not glasses, guys. Thank you. So we got 2 people. Are any of you guys wearing colors that are here?
I'm wearing black and white. She's wearing red.
All right, that means you can sit down. You're wearing blue. So if you're blue, you're out. Yep, that's how we did it. It's random. Who's left? Okay, cool. So we got 4 people left.
4 people left.
All right, so now we're gonna make this a little harder. We're gonna have only green, red, and blue. So you cannot pick yellow or purple. No Lakers colors. So pick green, red, or blue. Go. No, you have to pick a new one. Remember, you can't stay. No cheating. No cheating. So we gotta take out purple and yellow. I got yellow. And it's purple? Yep. Okay. Who here performed at open mic? You can take a seat, by the way. Who here performed at open mic? Who performed? Stand up. Stand up if you performed at open mic. We got one? Okay. The only one. I want you, she sang and she did amazing. Now, yeah, she did. I want you to pick a number 1 through 50. 49. Okay, guys. Who can tell me here what is the square root of 49? 7. Now I want to ask. So your name is Salma, right? Yeah. All right, so 7. I want you to pick a number 1 through 4. 3. 7 minus 3 is? 4. That wasn't helpful. All right. I want you to pick a state in America. Hawaii. How many letters are in Hawaii? 6. H-A-W-A-I, right? I. I'm sorry, I. H-A-W-A-I, 6. And you said, and we had 4 before? 6 minus, good enough. 6 minus 4 is? 1, 2, red, you guys are out. All right, so we got 2 more left. Okay, so Malik, and what's your name here in the front? Muhannad, you're out, red. You're in the middle, sit in the middle. You gotta sit in the middle if you're out. All right, so we got Malik. All right, and the final round. I want both of you right now to pick your final color. Go. Pick your final color.
If you pick a color
Wow. Honestly, to be very honest, if you guys both sat in the same one right now, I probably would have let you guys win. That was pretty creative, but you lost. It's okay, sit in red. I mean, I don't know if you lost, but one of y'all lost. I mean, one of you guys are winning. Let's be positive. So, if your name starts with M, because my name is Muhammad, so stand up. How many of you guys are named Muhammad? Oh, wow, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. You two can sit down. You guys are already like playing. All right. If your last name starts with A, you can stand up too. So stay standing if you're already standing.
So M and A?
M and A. If your initials are M and A, if M or A, meaning if your first initial is M or your last initial is A, stand up. No, or. Now, I'm going to continue this. If you are 15, stay standing. If you're not 15, sit down. Do not stand up if you're 15. It was only if you were standing before. Okay, so you guys are all 15? All right, we got another question for you guys. If you are not from Chicagoland area, like if you're not from Illinois, you're from out of state, stay standing. Meaning if you're from Chicago, sit down.
Chicagoans. If you're from a different state.
Oh, that's cool, okay. Where are you guys from? Wisconsin. Boo. Where are you from? What? Florida? I like Florida. You know what? Because of Florida, are you wearing a color that is on these flags? Are you wearing green? I can't tell from here. There's a lot of light. Is that a salad?
A green bracelet.
He's wearing a green, a green salad. That's really, really nice. Alhamdulillah, not only is his outside green, but his insides are going to be green. And for that reason, green, you're out. We got a winner. So you can stand up here. Muhannad, right? All right, Muhannad, you are our first winner for the Starbucks gift card. Round of applause. Are you taking over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so all of the gift cards are on the way. So we ask that you stick around, and we'll get you all the gift cards. Yes, you get a high five now and a gift card later. Good job. All right, so I'm going to set up the Kahoot game. So if everyone can please come as far forward in this middle row as you can, and or sit in a place where you can see the TV, because all of the questions are going to be posed directly on the TV. I am going to explain what it is. I know it's not. Random? Yeah. Random questions. Random questions, yeah. Okay, so let's just wait a couple of minutes until everyone gets seated, and then I'll explain, inshallah. So yesterday we did 5 rounds of Kahoot. Today we're going to do 4 rounds. The rounds are going to be a little shorter today. We're going to do 4 rounds, 12 questions per round. And so how many people have played Kahoot before? Can I get hands? How many people were here yesterday? Let's do that. Okay, and how many people have played Kahoot? Okay, so some people aren't raising their hands, so I'm going to explain. So Kahoot is a game that's essentially a trivia game where you are scored based on the correct answer, obviously, and you're also scored based on the time you answer. So if the question comes up right away and you answer it, then you answer it as quickly as possible and you will get higher in the scoreboards, because a lot of people might get the correct answer, correct? So the way we're going to do this is if you can all take out your cell phones and connect to a wireless network. So the ones I've been using are VIP wireless, and there's also the McCormick Wi-Fi. So, oh, you could also use data.
Then again, both of our brothers are really looking. I always think that.
Has everyone connected to data, a wireless network, some kind of internet? Your phone has internet. Whose phone doesn't have internet right now? Can you raise your hand? Whose phone is not connected to any form of internet, whether it be data or wireless? Everyone's connected. Okay, cool. All right. So, let me plug this in, if I can figure this out. There we go. Okay. All right, so if you can all take your phones out and go to Kahoot, KAHOOT.IT. And the code for this game is going to be 4522. 4522.
For those walking in, we're going to start the first round of Kahoot. If you guys don't make it in time, there's going to be 3 more rounds.
Okay, so we're going to take a couple of minutes and just wait until everyone connects. So we'll get this game started. I just want to say, okay, I see.
Remember, if you put an inappropriate name, you will get kicked out of the game.
So this is very much a dictatorship. So if you use an inappropriate nickname, I'll kick you out. And also,
Out.
If I happen to not be able to see the inappropriate nickname because of the amount of nicknames, hold on. If you happen to win, you're gonna have to vouch for that.
I don't know what they're looking at, but they're all.
Okay, we're gonna disconnect for a moment. What are we looking for? What are you guys talking about?
You hear the reaction?
All right. We're gonna need your help. Is there anything inappropriate on here?
What were you guys just making a reaction?
Just tell us which row it's in. First, second, or third. It's signed out? Okay, we're good then.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
okay.
Just remember, you guys are at an Islamic conference.
Yeah.
Don't know why you're doing that.
All right, so who isn't connected? Raise your hand if you are not connected. Okay, so we're gonna wait for those 3 people right there.
60 seconds, let's go.
You have 1 minute flat. Start counting down, count down.
Countdown starts now.
Okay, have all 3 of you connected? Raise your hand if you're not connected. Who's not connected? Raise your hand really high if you're not connected. Are you connecting or are you having trouble connecting? Connecting, trouble connecting. Connecting, okay. And you're connected? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start this game. If you're not yet connected, there's 4 rounds. There's 4 rounds, so we're gonna have a new game after each one of these, so you'll be able to connect to one of the next ones, inshallah. Okay, so the first question, how many other sons did Prophet Yaqub have in addition to Prophet Yusuf? What's happening? Okay, we're experiencing technical difficulties, so just give me 1 second.
Please sit in your seats, hands in front of the vehicle, and enjoy the music. You don't like my music? Okay, we'll give something better. We got something better for y'all. No worries, no worries.
I am doing that. I'm just going to restart the whole Kahoot, which is good for those people who are walking in late. So definitely take a seat and get ready to sign in.
Stop pretending like you don't know what this is.
My ears are bleeding. That's what's happening right now. All right, so I'm connecting again. And I need all of you to log back in and connect. And remember, no inappropriate nicknames. I'll kick you out of the thing.
All right, we have 30 seconds. Everyone connects. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
So for those people walking in a little bit late, it might be difficult to see the TV from the back, so you might want to move forward.
We need y'all to come forward. Please come sit forward if you want to.
Just sit somewhere where you can see the TV clearly. Okay, raise your hand if you're not connected. Okay, so please connect as quickly as possible if you can.
If you don't connect in the next 15 seconds, just play with your partner for the next round.
All right, so we're going to get started at 12:33.
Someone put the sorry flag there, I'm playing.
Okay, we're about to start. How many other sons did Prophet Yaqub have in addition to Prophet Yusuf? Fingers crossed it works this time. Yes, it's working. Okay.
All right, we're gonna ask if you can move towards the left.
Try to all gather together somewhere where you can see the TV.
If you want, you can sit closer to.
Definitely make sure you're sitting somewhere where you can see the TV and you can see all 4 choices. Do you have a question? I can't hear you. You have to come up all the way here. Okay. Are we good?
If we can please have the cameraman.
We don't need this recording.
Yeah, you can turn off the recording for the session. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay.